Kia ora.
And welcome to
Yarns from the South. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Sue. And we are a
knitting and crafty podcast coming to you from all the way down south in New Zealand. Yay!
Yay! Whoop whoop. And this is our first podcast for the year.
Happy 2024.
Yeah. Go 2024. Whoop whoop.
Even though it's February, but we knew we weren't going to podcast in January.
So we did warn you.
Yeah. So, well, I guess welcome back to those of us who have been here before.
Yep. And hello to any newcomers. You are welcome. Sit down, enjoy the ride. We do swear at times. Have a cup of tea.
Grab a
and
cuppa.
a slice of cake.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Oh, man. Yeah.
We don't have anything like that.
It's Friday here. Friday afternoon. I've just finished work and I've zipped round to Sue's place. So I'm very excited for the weekend. And it's Burt Munro weekend down here in Invercargill. So if you can hear loud noises, you probably, because we can hear them often, lots and lots and lots of motorbikes everywhere around town. So.
And who was Burt Munro?
Who was Burt Munro? So that's a great question.
That's a great question. I was trying to explain this yesterday to
he was a guy with a bike.
He was a guy who made, I've not watched the film, he made a bike.
Have you not watched the film? You should watch the film, it's great.
Who made a bike, who...
Well, he heavily modified a bike.
Modified a bike and it became the fastest.
Yeah, he broke a few speed records. Yeah, over in Utah in the Salt Lake.
Right.
So, over there, on his Bonneville motorbike, Indian, which was an Indian.
It was Indian. I know that.
I am just pulling things out of the air. Really.
That's fine. That's fine. Just thought yes. And every year they did used to have it in November, but the weather was always rubbish. So they've moved it February. The weather hasn't been brilliant.
No, but today is good.
Today's lovely. So they race and
beach racing and street racing and people from all around New Zealand, from New Zealand, Aotearoa, and all around the world, I think, come over and bring their bikes and ride around and be all bike geeky with each other. So, Okay, so that's almost 3 minutes in. Lots of talk about
pure waffle and motorbikes, which isn't our bag.
No,
but
it's totally not my wheelhouse.
We wanted to set the context.
Yes.
Set the context.
It's warm. It's warm today.
It is warm. I probably haven't got enough windows open for my house.
But anyway, we are here and we're here to talk to you about what we've been up to knitting-wise and crafting-wise.
Yes.
So that's exciting. What have you been up to? So what have you finished?
Well, we've finished. We're doing finished objects. Good. Well, quite a few of my finished objects have gone to their respective places. So, but I will first show you. I finished my socks.
Awesome.
Finished my socks. So these were the Stephen West Rising. Oh, what's on there?
What's on there?
I don't know. Rising Dawn.
They look great.
Socks, and it was rainy day yarns everywhere, everything.
Oh, they look so good. I love them.
So I learned it's actually a linen stitch, which I didn't know, which took ages, but it was Jodie who told me that.
And it's very thick, eh? It makes quite a thick fabric.
Yeah, very much so. And Jodie said it took ages, which made me feel better because it did take me ages. But really happy with them. I think super cute colours, and it's been quite warm here, so I haven't actually worn any socks.
No, we're in summer, of course, in the southern hemisphere.
So I'm just wearing shorty socks. So there's something I can physically show you.
Yay!
I will try to input some photos, but that doesn't always work. But I'll do my best. If not, I'll put them on Insta. So finished. My toque.
Oh, that's right.
Finished my toque for my brother Mal. So, and that is now in Canada.
Yeah. Winged its way.
Yeah, on his big head. He has a large head. He's a large head. And it's a family thing, so that's fine. Yes, and so that was really good. So that was that nice green yarn from the Okanagan.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I used, the pattern was a Tin Can Knits, a 2x2 rib. So basically you could go for as long as you wanted to. And I wasn't quite sure how much I needed to go, and I had to go 2 sizes bigger than the actual large size, so I had to do some knitting maths, which I can't say I'm very good at, but I think it's worked. So yes, so I was happy about that. So that was a triumph. That took forever because it was in 4-ply. And I took a picture of myself in it and sent it to Mal, and he was like, "Oh, it looks cute. You should keep that and make another one for yourself." And I was like, "Fuck that." Absolutely no. It was like, no, I'll make one because it's just an easy 2x2, but I'll just do an 8-ply. So we won't be doing 4-ply. Yeah, so that was lovely. And then I was doing some mystery knitting last time for Christmas. So I can't show you those. Oh, I could have probably shown you. Could probably show you one, but I've forgotten about it. Oh well, never mind. So anyway, so I made 2 Christmas trees, a Christmas pudding, and a Christmas sprout.
Nice.
So that was by Sincerely Louise, who's a UK designer, and she, I've shown some of the stuff I've done by her before. So she does a lot of like knitting taxidermy. But she's moved into more, I don't know what she'd describe them, but she's got other themes now, but she's got a few Christmas things. And you normally would buy a kit and you get all the wool, and you can get the needles if you want, and you get the pattern, but she's done some digital downloads. The kits for me probably aren't that economical, but it was good to have the downloads. So yeah, so a Christmas tree. I do have a Christmas tree, but I forgot to keep it out. A Christmas tree went to Auntie Claire, and a Christmas pudding went to Lydia, and we didn't wait for Auntie Claire, and a sprout went to my cousin John. Yeah, so they were really cute, and it reminded me of how much I like doing like
little toy things.
Toy kind of knit. So yeah, so they were like 3D and kind of ornament stuffed, really quick. Yeah, and I just used what I could get, but like it wasn't flash yarn or anything. So yeah, so
cool.
That's what I finished. So I can't show a lot, but that is me. What have you finished?
Well, man, I just don't really have any mojo lately. But I have been. So last time I talked about having to do something, make for a baby that's due very soon, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to do a weave a blanket on my new rigid heddle loom, and then I decided no, I couldn't be bothered doing that. So what did I make? Just a good old Milo. Now it hasn't been blocked, and I've had it folded up in a bag, so that's why it's looking a bit rubbish, but it will block out fine.
Milos.
It's just so easy. I did this when we went camping. It was just the best sort of no-brainer knit. I love no-brainer knits.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I've really finished. I've just got a few works in progress. But,
okay. All right. Well, we do that then.
Yeah, should we? What are you doing? What do you got on there, needles?
Well, I've got one I haven't even shown you that I don't know what to do about.
Okay, bring it out.
So, those of you who are fans of the show will know I'm particularly fickle. I will say things like, "Oh, I hate sock knitting.
I'll never be a sock knitter.
Why would you be a sock knitter? What's the point in that?" I then open myself up to the idea, then love sock knitting, and then all I ever do is socks.
So what is it? What have you started? You said you never would. I'm trying to think. Lace. Is it lace? Oh my goodness.
I think I'm still going back into I'm never going to fucking bother because this is just awful. So I started this weeks ago and then just put it in the naughty corner. I can't even it's all tangled up.
Oh, I like the yarn.
So I bought the yarn. I think I showed the yarn when I bought it. So the yarn's lovely. So the yarn, and it's not the yarn's fault. So we're not telling the yarn off. It's all tangled anyway.
What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, the yarn is from and it's tusk. So the yarn's lovely. So this will probably need to be bloody. I think I've stopped it halfway in a row. All the things you're not going to do, ladies and gentlemen. But oh well. Anyway, it's kind of a mess. Oh look, how brilliant! That is.
What is it that you're? Here, oh my God! Sorry.
You can't.
Can I? No, I cannot go.
OCD's kicking in. So what's that?
What is this?
What is that?
What is it? A shawl? A lacy shawl?
I wouldn't know. I'm not.
I was gonna.
Well, I'm not.
Here we go. Next time she'll be knitting a lacy shawl.
Yeah. No.
And you've dropped a stitch. Bloody hell!
What have I mentioned that I wanted to make? Because the Canadians were always making them.
Oh, I couldn't. I really couldn't think. I can't.
That's meant to be a ranunculus.
Okay. Yeah, well, I have heard that the cast on is a real inch. I don't know why I did it like that to you, because
no, I've heard that word before.
But I think once you just get going a bit more, things sort of even out.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of good pattern support, or?
I know a read pattern support.
Is that right? So, it's okay to ask for help.
Okay.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's very beginners.
Yeah.
Beginning.
But it kind of frightened me, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Well.
But I haven't frogged it. I maybe need to frog it, but I haven't frogged it. But yeah, because I had all these great intentions. It took me ages to ball the yarn up because I was doing it. I just did it by hand for part of it, and I was like, why am I doing that? Is
it lace? Or is it four ply? Yeah, it's just very thin four ply, isn't it? Yeah, but that's all right. It'll be nice and floaty. I believe in you, Sue. I think you can do this. Just have to keep going.
And not think too hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, just keep, you know how it is. Just follow the pattern, one stitch at a time sometimes. But yeah, I have heard.
Advice, everybody.
I have heard that the beginning can, I've seen other podcasters sort of be tripped up sometimes, just at the beginning, but then they sort of, it all sort of comes right in the end. But maybe if anyone else has knitted a ranunculus.
If you can give me any moral support, that would be great, because this is very much out of my comfort zone.
I'm so proud of you for attempting something, new and scary.
Yeah, but I was watching all those lovely Canadians on that podcast, and everyone was just whipping up a ranunculus in a week, and I was like, I want to whip up a ranunculus in a week. It's not going to happen.
It will happen.
Not in a week.
Well, no, not in a week, but you will get it done.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
I love the yarn. It's going to look beautiful.
Yeah. I like the idea of it. Thank you.
I'll just wind it up a bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But slightly back in a comfort zone. So no one will be surprised that I'm knitting a sock. However, it's yellow. However, this is a colour. This is a colourway sock. Colorwork.
That's so pretty.
So I discovered. So this is called. I think. Right, I can show you. I've got the patterns, but they're roses. They're roses, everybody. And I've done a heel. The heel. I can't tell you what the heel was, but I've never done.
You've done
one
before. Though.
Yeah.
There it is. It's done.
Yeah. I've got a wee hole there, which I'll just sew up. Yeah, so I'm just at the toe.
Oh, that looks great. You're so close to finishing.
Yeah, and it's not taking me that long. So that's sock one. So this is...
so clever.
This is actually fitting into Aquistions. But I came across this lady on Instagram called Charlotte Stone. This will come away the right way. So it's a English lady, but she lives... in Scandinavia. I can't tell you where without getting it wrong. I think Switzerland, but I might have got that wrong. Oh, yep, Switzerland, yep. got that right.
Oh.
And so she does amazing colour work. And this is, one moment, caller, we're close. Here we go. Raindrops on Roses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
So that's what it's going to look like. But I'm not doing too badly. So yeah, it's been, and it's different because I've offered slightly different instructions starting on the same needle size I normally would use, and then you go to a slightly bigger needle size and you swap needle sizes for like the cuffs, the toes and the heels, and you have a slightly bigger needle size for the colour work. But yeah, I like colour work, and but I've never done it in a sock, so that's been really lovely. And the yarn I managed to get in New Zealand, and it's West Yorkshire Spinners, which they do lovely yarns. So and it's just their signature 4-ply, which is perfect for socks. So sunflower,
such a sturdy sort of.
And what's this one? Milk bottle. I've also got a couple of other colours which I'll show shortly.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's what I've just been chugging away at. Yeah, and I think I'll probably. She's got a cool pattern. I don't know where a cat one, but it's not in there. But I want to buy it. It's like Raining Cats or something.
It's such a cool book.
Yeah, there's some lovely stuff in there. Oh yeah, and my friend Rachel, she doesn't watch the podcast, but she kind of spied one she'd like. And her birthday's in October, so
that shows love.
I know.
A pair of Colorwork socks.
I know.
Wow.
I know. I was like, well, if you give me plenty of notice, I said you might get one. So, yeah.
Oh, they're so cool. That is awesome. Yay.
Yeah. So that's what I've been working on. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I'll start with I'll start with this first.
Yeah.
I am just making a wee hat to go with my little Milo for the new baby. So this hat I've, what do you call it? I'm using the, come on words. It's a tin can knit hat.
Oh yeah.
I think it's called Barley. Yeah, it is. But I'm just, it has a panel. Usually it would have a panel of garter stitch, but I'm just doing plain. But I might actually just turn it inside out and make it a reverse, you know, reverse hat, because I think it looks better that way, just better texture. But that's just, you know, a bit boring. So that's what I've been working on.
What yarn is it?
I can't remember. I've had that in deep stash. It came from, I think I got it in an Unwind one year. And
it's a nice colour.
It was just one of those, I'm not even sure, I might have got it from the swap shop. Oh, I can't remember. But it's, yeah, been very handy. I think I made Lily's blanket out of it. I mean, I did make Lily's blanket.
Oh, yeah.
What? If you go back to that episode where I made a big anthology throw for my sister Lily, I may have said where the yarn came from there. So that's one thing. Well, it's kind of boring. The one thing that I've been really excited about making is this beautiful bag.
Beautiful. Oh, it's so stunning.
I've had so much fun making this.
Stunning.
This is the... Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I can't remember a thing today. The Granny shawl by a person that I will make sure that we have in the description box. And Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful was making the same shawl. And she made it into a blanket. So the pattern calls for, I think, Aran weight yarn, but she was using her mini skeins, her Christmas mini skeins, Advent skeins, and I loved that idea, so I did the same thing. So I used, I think, a 3.5 hook, and then all of the beautiful mini skeins that Sue gave me the Christmas just bean. So I'm almost down to the end. I think I've got about maybe 3 more skeins to go.
Oh wow.
20 gram mini skeins. So I want to make it into a big blanket, just like Ali's. So I'm thinking I've got lots of different scrap 4-ply that I'm just going to keep adding on to, and I might try and do the rainbow again, you know, go back in through the blues and do all of that. So, but I just had so much fun working on it because it's so pretty and crochet so quick. Well, it's just 1 stitch, so you don't have to really think. So yeah, I'm just trying to get the baby stuff done because, you know, this woman has been pregnant for almost 9 months and I have chosen right at the end to get things going.
There's always a bit of warning with a pregnancy.
I know, and I do not seem to learn to get the baby knits done at the start of the pregnancy. Or even towards the middle of the pregnancy, rather than right at the end of the pregnancy.
Speed knitting at the end.
Yeah.
Funny.
So when I'm not working on those two and I need something else to knit on, I am still going with my cute little socks. And the exciting thing about these socks is that I'm knitting them 2 at a time, which this is my first time doing it. And it's going great, loving the experience. This yarn,
it's lovely,
is beautiful.
Reminds me of a garden.
It's called Spring Fever, I think.
Oh, there we go. They've done a great job.
And I want to say that it's purple sprouting. Yes.
Oh, lovely.
Brilliant. Phew. So that's what I've been working on. But to be fair, I haven't really been doing a lot of anything crafty because we are trying to get our house on the market. So most of my time is made up of going through all of my craft stuff, trying to put it away, and painting and cleaning and all of that kind of boring stuff. And gardening. So, yeah.
Aquistions?
Sure. I'll just jump in really quickly and say I have none. Okay. So there you go. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, mine is just maybe some Christmas gifts, really. Also, this isn't really an acquisition, but I'm just going to mention that I think maybe 2 years ago I said I was going to start a knitting journal. I completed 2 years ago, I completed one of the pages of one thing I knitted. And I got these lovely like details of what to write for a finished knit from Vanessa from the year previous. So on one day when I was feeling particularly motivated, I thought, you know what, I've got a podcast. I have been telling everybody what I've knitted for the past 2 years.
Oh, that's clever.
Shall I just go back and look at my notes and see what I've knitted? And that's what I did, everybody. So I've recorded my knits for the last 2 years. Who's winning? I'm winning.
Well done.
Who looks like she's a professional? I look like I'm a professional. Yeah. So, and then when I can actually show you the samples of the yarn for what I made. That was like the one for the Christmas tree. And this is, I'll tell you what, I think I might have the hat in. That's the beanie.
That's
so it was
cool.
the basic beanie. Yeah. So need to keep with it, but it was like, hey, I've got a podcast. We're using this is like a video diary. Yeah. So that was cool.
That's a good idea.
That's
such a cute.
It's a cute book, isn't it? I do love it. Oh, can you see that? Those of you who are also fans of the show, I'm a big unicorn fan. So yeah. Yeah. Did you? No.
Don't think so.
No.
I can't recall.
So I'll show. Okay, so this is a Christmas present from Lydia and John, my cousins. Lydia's my cousin's husband.
Wife.
And wife. Oh yeah, what did I say? Husband. Oh no, sorry, slip of the tongue. Wife. Sorry about that. Awkward. Anyway, moving on. She's an maternity watches, very sorry, Lydia. Wife. Anyway, so she went to a knitting, she was home in the UK, she's from the UK, last year, and went to a knitting show up in Scotland and got myself and my auntie a tube, and then with a mini, and so that you cut it and you put in your cuff toes and afterthought heels.
That is so
cool. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that.
Ducky darlings.
Yeah, good colours for me.
Derbyshire. They're from Derbyshire.
Derbyshire.
How do you, Derbyshire. What's the accent like there? Can you do it? And do it.
And do it. And can you do it? No, not. It's like a
Derbyshire.
Like a Midlandy kind of. But like, did you ever watch Gogglebox? I don't know. Then I can't.
Okay. All right.
No, I don't think I can do it.
Don't.
I'm just going to insult everyone. I can only do my own accent anyway.
And a posh version.
Yeah. And also, while I'm on, what else I got from John and Lydia, they got this really cool knitting book. So it's a knitting book that's written in the style of a comic, or what's the other word for comic now?
Graphic novel.
Graphic novel. That's the flashy term. So, so in the so at the beginning, it kind of tells you how you should read it, and all the patterns are legit patterns. Like Lydia had gone onto Ravelry and like checked. It's really cool. There's a sock. There's a toe-up sock that I'm keen on doing. It's written by different designers have contributed to it.
So clever.
Yeah, I love the pictures. It's really colourful. It's a lovely thing.
And is it how to do your darning? Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I think there's even a baking recipe at the end. Yeah, and they're the designers at the end, illustrators rather.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that's really cool. So it's called Knitstrips. So I'll put the details in the description box. So I just bought some of these other West Yorkshire spinners to do some other. Yeah, it wasn't actually I'm not that fussy online. I know some people prefer to squish and see the colour, but I'm like, oh, whatever. So I thought it was more orange in that, but I like it, and they go well together. So this will be for some Colorwork socks. So this is just the same for West Yorkshire spinners. So it's blue, raspberry and amber. And then at the end of we finished our lovely, what I like to call Advent. And this is my 100 gram skein I got from Vanessa. Yay. Which is super lovely.
Is it sparkly?
It is sparkly. It is a bit sparkly. Yeah, so that's from Knot and Tie. But I always want to say not. I always want to say not live, but it's just how it's written, and it's called Pan Pride.
And I had never seen them before, so that was really cool to be able to. Yeah. I purchased that from Wool on Wheels, and yeah, that's one of the great things about Wool on Wheels is that you get to see yarn that you don't usually see. When I said before that I haven't got any acquisitions, I completely lied because it's February and I keep forgetting about Christmas already. And I've packed all of my stuff up. So yes, of course I got a beautiful skein from Canada. From Sue for my my big, the Christmas present, the Christmas part, the 25th thing. But I'll bring that along next time. Yeah, if I can find it, if it's not packed away.
And I think we both liked the Advent.
I love doing it.
Yeah.
It was actually so much easier because previously we've done like little gift advents where we've given each other 24 little gifts. But that can be really hard. It can be really hard to find 24 little gifts in a year. and B, sometimes it's quite overwhelming receiving. I feel like it's quite overwhelming receiving 24 gifts, because where do you put them all in your house? And you know, but whereas yarn is always, there's always a space for yarn. And then because of course you then make something with that gift. So I'm keen to do it again. That was great.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Reading corner, reading corner, reading corner, reading corner. What have you been reading, Vanessa?
Well, I usually do a lot of what I like to call audiobooks, because, you know, that way you can knit while you're listening. But recently I've just started getting into actual books. Yeah, like that's probably why I'm not knitting so much. I know, like, whoa, it's so like old school. It's so like cute,
you
retro.
Actually turn a page. Like,
yeah.
How do you do that? Oh my god.
So this year so far, I've read lessons. I don't have them with me because I forgot to bring them along. But I have read Lessons in Chemistry, which it's quite a well-known book at the moment. And then I think they've made a TV series, which is on Apple TV, I think. And that's written by Bonnie Garmis. And I really enjoyed that. I found it to be a really easy read. It's not that it's not light. There's lots of heavy content, but it's just written really well. It's set in the 1950s. It's about this woman chemist who she basically gets sick of the patriarchy and quits, and then ends up being a cooking show host. And so, yeah, I thought it was really cleverly written, and it was really good read. So totally recommend that. And then I went on to read The Memory Keeper's Daughter. That's by Kim Edwards. And that is also, I think it's set in the 50s or 60s. And that's, I really enjoyed that book too. It was one of those ones that used to start and then, I got hooked right in. So that is about a doctor and his wife. And the first chapter is her giving birth to their babies. It's in the snowstorm, and for whatever reason, he has to be the one that delivers, helps her deliver the babies. And so they think it's only one child, but it turns out that there's twins, and one of the babies is born with Down syndrome. And so, and I can tell you this because on the blurb at the back it talks about this. He decides to lie to his wife and say that the baby's died, and the nurse that's with him takes the baby away, and then it goes through their entire life. And yeah, it's really interesting, really good. I really enjoyed that read. Yeah, so I could totally recommend it. And now I am reading I always have trouble saying this name, but I had to Google it, and it is Babel by R.F. Kuang. And it is so good. I'm really enjoying it. It's a complete change from the other two books. It's set in Oxford, England in 1836. And it's historical, but it's also fantasy, because they know that silver has magical powers, and it's all about words, and you'll have a silver bar, and you'll write the words, like what is it called, the root words, like where a word came from, like speed, where the original word for speed. And you write a couple of words on there, and then suddenly the bar is infused with some magic, and like you put that on a carriage, and it will make the carriage go faster. And so it's written from he's from sorry, that's my eldest son who has just got a cell phone, and he is trying to ask me to give him some more screen time. So I'm just going to turn that down. He's obviously been on there enough. So where was I at? He's a young Chinese guy. And yes, it's really interesting, all of the racial stuff and just being like a minority in a really Western place, and back in, that time. It's just so well written. I'm really enjoying it. So it's a bit it's not heavy going, it's just hard because they go into the details of all these different languages. And the Babel is where they study all the languages. Yeah, because it's all about, if you know the root of a word, then you have the power of it. Something like that. I'm not explaining that one that well. But I highly am loving it at the moment. So, yeah.
Nice. Good.
So, what have you been reading, watching?
Probably a bit more kind of low-key than that. I haven't written everything down, but what I did write down is what I'm reading at the moment. So just back into kind of low-key Daniel Garrett, who does like magical kind of story. So this is the back into the 9 Lives magic series. So on I think I did them in the wrong order, but the latest ones. So it's a witch. I suppose she's a witch, and she's got a familiar, and Celine, who's moody as, and she's a cat, and
Oh
she owns a candle shop called Wicked Wicks, and the candles, when you light them, will kind of put you into like some kind of fantasy and what have you. But so I've just been listening to those. I also got myself into some Miss Marple. Went through a big Agatha Christie kind of hole for a few weeks there. I did actually, I'll just put it in the description, but I read or listened to a book that was by an Australian author that's about a crafting circle. It's crochet rather than knitting, and it's like, to be a knitter would be terrible. So it's run by a lady who's autistic, I think, and she's like, no, you can't be a knitter. It's got some Ali. It's the one that Ali.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to actually I got that before. I've been reading that. So I'll write it down. Anyway, it was quite good. I didn't really like the characters initially, and towards the end it kind of warmed up, but it was first time in a long time when I was like, I don't think I like any of you. But I stuck with it. But it was all right. Yeah. So I'll write that down. Yeah, and then watching wise, we've last week, we've decided to stop the inevitable, or make the inevitable, or whatever the phrase is, and we've been watching Schitt's Creek.
Yay!
And it's awesome, and we really like it.
Yay!
So, we've been putting it off, and we're at series 4.
It's so cool. Yeah,
we both like it.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
So it's do recommend. It's I really enjoy the characters, and it's a nice bit of light fun, no violence, lovely. So that's I've watched other stuff, but that's my main one at the moment. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what else to say.
No, that's probably That's probably where all our energy can probably manage.
Yeah.
It's lovely and sunny.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for lasting this long. If you did, if you did last this long. I was just thinking, I lied. I've also been watching What Victoria Reads.
Oh,
or What Victoria's Read. Yeah, another podcast. And she often will say, if you've lasted this long, drop me an emoji in the comments. And I was just thinking, what emoji would we drop? And I thought, motorbike.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about motorbikes? I don't know. comment, say g'day, tell us what you've been on.
Yeah,
been doing.
Ball of yarn. Yeah, it'd be good to hear from you. If you're new, if you're a long time watcher, it'd be really good. We keep wanting to work on the channel, so yeah, just say hi.
We've I don't know if we talked about this last time, but we've done some planning for the year ahead, and we're going to shake it up a little bit. And do a few different things throughout the year. Sue is going to unwind in March, so if anyone else is going to unwind, let us know. She's going to be there with quite a few of our knitty friends, and she's going to be there with Hannah from Maniatoto Wool, helping Hannah in the store. So definitely go by and say g'day if you're going to be there too. And we're going to do some interviews throughout the year of some of our friends who've got yarny shops or crafty things going on. Yeah,
and we've planned for the year, so we'll aim for one a month again. So yeah, cool. All right,
let's get out of here.
Let's stop.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks very much.
Take care.
Take care.